The illustrious and magnificent Spider-Man, No Way Home has served as a nostalgic reminder, evoking a sense of longing for the good old days when I fervently adored comic books, in particular, those that revolved around the life of a juvenile lad named Peter Parker. Back then, the narratives had an element of whimsical capriciousness that has frequently been absent from contemporary superhero flicks that appear excessively methodical and contrived. Granted, No Way Home is exceedingly contrived, an endeavor to generate more publicity after disposing of numerous pivotal characters in Phase 3, nevertheless, it is also a cinematic masterpiece that exudes exultation in all its artistic splendor. The ingenious and brilliant director, Jon Watts, and his adept team have flawlessly executed a genuinely awe-inspiring, colossal, and momentous event movie. It's like a double-sized crossover edition of a comic book, which the younger version of myself would have eagerly queued up to read first, eagerly flipping each page with bated breath, anticipating the next unforeseen twist and turn. Despite the towering expectations that the fans have for this film, they have miraculously evaded the congested snares of other bloated Part 3s, preventing themselves from getting bogged down. The film No Way Home may be teeming with an excess of characters, but it's still astonishingly nimble, resourceful, and entertaining, culminating in a climactic final act that not only authentically captures the emotions but also satisfies some of the lingering doubts that you may have had about this character, which you had long forgotten. The film No Way Home promptly picks up right after the conclusion of Spider-Man: Far From Home, with the reverberating sound of the former's final scene playing over the Marvel logo. Mysterio has finally disclosed the true identity of the man in the red tights, signifying that Peter Parker, Tom Holland, will never be the same again. The film commences with an almost comical energy, inaugurating a sequence of scenes that highlight the hazards of being a superhero celebrity, particularly how it affects Peter's girlfriend MJ, played by Zendaya, and his closest friend Ned, played by Jacob Batalon. The situation escalates when the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, denies admission to all three of them, citing the public controversy over Peter's true identity and the consequential role his friends played in his superhero escapades. Peter devises a plan. The wizard he met when he helped save half of the population with the Avengers could perform a spell to erase everyone's knowledge that Spider-Man is, in fact, Peter Parker. So, he requests Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, to do just that. However, as expected, it immediately goes awry. Peter doesn't want his loved ones, including MJ, Ned, and Aunt May, played by Marissa Tomei, to forget everything they've been through together. Consequently, the spell gets disrupted in the middle of the process, causing Strange to barely regain control. But things escalate when Doc Ock, played by Alfred Molina, and the Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe, reappear. As seen in the trailers, Spider-Man: No Way Home interweaves characters and mythology from previous cinematic incarnations of the character into the present-day storyline. But thankfully, it's not just a cheap casting trick. I was apprehensive that this might result in a Batman Forever or Spider-Man 3 scenario, where more was not necessarily better. However, it's not the case here. The villains from Sam Raimi and Mark Webb's versions don't overwhelm the narrative. Instead, they contribute to a theme that emerges in the film, linking this entire series back to its predecessors. For a generation, the adage associated with Spidey was "with great power comes great responsibility." Spider-Man: No Way Home delves into the modern Peter Parker's understanding of what that means. Furthermore, having actors like Molina and Dafoe reprise their villain roles is a significant advantage, given that the MCU has struggled with creating memorable villains. Director Jon Watts and his team deserve credit for creating a superhero film that not only features action-packed sequences but also explores the weight of heroic decisions. In Spider-Man: No Way Home, Peter Parker faces the consequences of his actions and has to learn what it truly means to be a superhero. This movie is a graduation story for Parker, who must deal with the fame and responsibility that come with being Spider-Man, and the impact of his decisions on the people around him. Watts also deserves recognition for his impressive action sequences, including a stunning fight scene between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange in a mirror dimension, and the emotionally impactful climactic battle. The camera work by Mauro Fiore is fluid and expertly rendered, while Michael Giacchino's score adds to the heroic feel of the film. Overall, Spider-Man: No Way Home successfully weaves together characters and mythology from previous cinematic iterations of the character without overcrowding the narrative. Instead, it uses them to explore a central theme and deliver a satisfying conclusion to Peter Parker's journey. While there are many positives to No Way Home, one criticism is that the film could benefit from tighter editing. At 148 minutes, it can feel unnecessarily long, with the first half repeating themes and plot points. Director Jon Watts and the MCU have a tendency to over-explain things, which could be remedied by trusting the audience more to unpack the film's themes. Additionally, the decision to give Jacob Batalon's character, Ned, a major role feels like a bit of a distraction. However, on the positive side, the film allows Zendaya and Tom Holland's chemistry to shine, particularly in the emotional final moments of Zendaya's character.